Yo, what is up, Clashers, and welcome to our Junior GP car setups. We will be giving you a speed car setup, various corner car setups, and a power unit car setup that you can be using in your Junior GP so you can win more races. Now, we will be doing this for Challenger, Contender, and Champions because I do know that some of these tiers have a difficult car setup. So for example, Contender does have a difficult car setup, which is speed. There are different variations of speed setups you can be using in Contender, and we will be giving you these hints along the videos on these series. But today, on this video, we're going to stick with our Junior GP. So let's get started with our first car setup, and that will be the speed car setup for your Junior GP. This one will be your strongest car setup in Junior because the cornering is a bit weaker and also is a power unit. So, starting off with our speed setup, we got Supernova as our brakes. We have Slick Shift as our gearbox. Motion as our rear wing. Front wing glide. Suspension Curva 2.5, and finally the engine Spark E. Your speed point would be 105, cornering 54, power unit 66, and a good qualifying of 90 points. Now please remember that my levels are obviously going to be different towards yours, but what you want to do is stick to these car components when you're racing for your Junior GP. And finally, we get an average pit stop time of 3.74. And obviously, in the Junior GP, there's no DRS. We're going to jump into the power unit setup now. We're going to stick with Supernova as our brakes, Slick Shift as our gearbox, Motion as our rear wing, the Dash as our front wing, Suspension Equinox, and finally, Mach 1 as our engine. For the points, we got 81 on speed, 59 on cornering, 89 on power unit, 74 on qualifying, and an average pit stop of 3.95 seconds. And again, no DRS. With the power unit setup, yes, our points are slightly lower than the speed, but with the power unit setup, you can use a fast mode more often, so it will be easier to overtake in those power unit tracks. Finally, our cornering setup, which there is two kind of setups that we can be using. It's an all common section here. We got the stabilizer as our brakes, the Beat as our gearbox, Gale Force as our rear wing, the Dash as our front wing, Curva 2.5 as our suspension, Mach 1 as our engine. The points will go as this: speed 69, cornering 95, power unit 53, qualifying 63, and an average pit stop time of 3.11 seconds. Yes, the qualifying is a little bit low, but you can add more qualifying for certain tracks like Monaco, which does favor a little bit more qualifying because it's very hard to overtake in Monaco. And for that instant, you could use something like Beat. You can switch it over with Slick Shift. You're losing 15 cornering, but adding 14 more qualifying, which is great for tracks like Monaco, like we mentioned before. And that's finally your cornering setup for your Junior GP. I hope you like this video. If you found it helpful, smash that like. Subscribe, of course, because you do not want to miss out in our Challenger, Contender, and Champions car setup. I hope to catch you in the next one.